Fense Post.
Good afternoon, Grain Valley. Once again, this is the Fense Post podcast. I'm Jason Finstermaker with my co-host,
Matt Nevels.
And the man between us is one Matthew Hurd. Matthew, thank you for joining with us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
If you don't know, Matthew is the owner, operator of Main Street Pinball here just a few doors down from us.
Yeah.
So I guess the first question is, why pinball?
Well, it's one of those things that ever since I was a kid, I just loved playing pinball. Anytime I'd go into a place and had pinball, just drove me to it. So, after during COVID and stuff, it was one of those things that you can just stay home, play pinball, and basically kind of go downstairs and get lost for a little bit.
So, is Pinball Wizard your favorite song?
Well, that's a little bit before my time, but yeah, I mean, it's a good song. It is. I mean, we have one that's Tommy that actually plays that while you're playing, so it does give the nice little nostalgia.
If you haven't been, tell us just a little bit about Main Street Pinball.
Sure. We have about 50 pinball machines, dated from the 40s, 50s, all the way to the newest ones.
Matt played on.
Oh, yeah.
As a child.
In the 30s. Do we have to go back that far? Do we go
No, there was not a lot of 30s ones because basically in bigger cities, they actually tore a lot of those up. So, they considered them gambling back then. So in the 30s, you'll see a lot of those old videos and pictures where they'll come in there with the sledgehammer and start hammering those things apart. So, not a lot of the 30s around. But, and that was before flippers, too. So, it was just kind of like, I guess it was like a glorified...
It kept going down. People were like, why did it go down the hole?
Exactly. So... Yeah.
All right. So I know, for people that don't know, this isn't your first business you've opened in Grain Valley.
Yeah, I owned Pozitio's years ago, so thought I was ahead of the game on that one. Pizza in a movie. We're going to deliver movies and pizza, and then this thing called Redbox came out. So we were about 2 years into that. So we were about 2 years into it, and then everyone started like, what's Redbox? And I'm like, a Redbox?
Redbox.
So it was a great idea. We delivered movies and pizza. I thought I was really on top of things,
It wasn't. You had good pizza.
It was.
Everything was very nice. It was right down the street, over there by Dollar General and stuff. Yeah. By El Maguey. It was perfect. Great location and all that stuff. And then they just happened to put a Redbox at the Dollar General.
That's right. Right next to it. But we had huge collection. I mean, some that you would never see. Game or movies, and we had also arcade game or video games that you could rent and stuff like that.
And speaking on that, you were kind of late to the game on that, but it's one of those that maybe still ahead of the game. Because I try and look up some old movies, and no one streams certain types of movies and stuff. And since they don't stream them,
right,
you can't go and rent them anywhere.
No.
A lot of these older movies are just going by the wayside.
Yeah, I kept a couple of the rarer ones that are kind of a little bit harder to find, little ones. But for the most part, you can't find.
I had a college professor that this is in my specialist classes. So when I'm trying to become a principal and stuff like that, that his claim to fame was he has seen every Academy Award winning movie of all times, starting from 1920s, the Wings.
Right.
Trivia question.
There you go.
First Academy Award winner
tomorrow.
ever.
That was the first Academy Award winner.
And there was no talking. It was it was black and white and nothing. And I've tried to watch that because I'm like, you know what? I want to be like that. I want to do that. I mean, first of all, a lot of the movies I probably wouldn't want to watch. But, but I'm like, I couldn't even find it. You can't even find stuff like that.
Right. Very true. Yeah. And who knows?
So I know I've invited Matt over there to go pinballing with me, and he said no.
I said I don't hang out with you outside of the podcast.
Don't talk. This is where it is.
Right.
This is where it begins and
so
ends.
We put on a show for the camera. That's it.
We should have had you bring a pinball machine with us.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just get that right up the stairs.
Yeah.
No problem.
I know. You were grateful enough. I went on a road run with the girls that qualified for the state tournament. We snuck in there, and you let us play for about 20, 30 minutes. And that's the cool thing about opening a business in a small town like this. We all just kind of help each other out.
Yeah, and how the girls take it. I mean, they kind of came in where they really just kind of didn't understand pinball, or to take them quick. Because I noticed they kind of gravitated over to the arcade shooting game there.
Yeah, they did. They were playing pinball. They're like anything in this generation, they're like, how do you play? Yeah. I'm like, you push the buttons on the side.
Right.
Like I'm like, just don't
Right.
hammer them. That's all he
Right.
cares about.
That was the rule.
I know, just
Unless
don't-
it's multi-ball. Sometimes when there's like
Well,
8 balls coming
and
at
so
you, guys just do
I
what you
kind
gotta
of
do.
turned around and I heard her going. I'm like,
You were looking.
man, are you how many you got in there? Oh, just one. I just don't want it to go by. I'm like, well, it's all the way up there. I think
That's
you
right.
got time.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny, taking 2 high school age girls in there and then looking at all the pinball machines and they're like, wow,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah, it is. I don't care who you are. Like I said, it's little pieces of history as you see it progress from each of the years going on. All the different types of movies. Like some of the people will see the Lethal Weapon 3 and be like, "Who's that guy? Who's Mel Gibson?"
Right. So what is this movie?
I think Mel's out anyways right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So-
Well, I know, they did gravitate towards, hey, can I go shoot that gun game? I'm like, yeah, and so then we played, so they were switching back and forth, and then I said, all right, pinball competitions.
That's right.
And I mean, I'm not going to brag because I beat 2 high school aged girls that's never seen a pinball machine before, but I smoked them.
That's right.
You'll take whatever bragging you can get. I mean,
Yes, I believe we played Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Because I said, pick anything you want, anything that you know.
There you go.
And of course, a lot
South
of them.
Park. I guess South Park's a little bit before their time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to watch the language on some.
Actually,
Those pinballs
it
are
might
pretty
have been
good.
South Park.
Yeah.
We did play South Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's the one we did play. Family
Mr.
Guy.
Hanky pop out, but
Yeah.
the most
Yes, yes. Luckily,
I wanna
I
play
don't
that
think
now.
they knew much about South Park except for they knew it's on.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think it's on its 15th, 20th, 30th season.
Oh yeah, it's got a while before it outlasts the Simpsons and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But so, if you've ever been in there, I know you've been in there. Obviously, you own it. What's the oldest pinball you have there?
It's a 1942 Rainbow, so it's kind of a mock-up, I guess. They didn't have all the rights and people going after it, but it's basically a rip-off from Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Go around, yeah, and shoot the first shot, it goes all the way around. I haven't seen any of them do that
do you
since. So.
do you find obviously it's a licensing thing? We knew there would be a KISS pinball
Yes.
because they license everything.
Right.
Do you see newer things going to a pinball ever? I mean,
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that still like is there a
Oh,
BTS
yeah.
pinball?
Oh
machine?
yeah, I mean there was a Guns N' Roses just came out, so that was that one was pretty awesome. So James Bond actually is the newest Stern one that came out. So it's the old school, the best James Bond. Of course, Sean Connery is the main
Of course.
one. Of course,
That wouldn't be pinball. What's that? I think it might be Japanese. Japanese
the
game with
little-
all the little balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
I have one of those back there. It's broke. Some lady came in and said he wanted. I was like, yeah, it looks great for art. We'll just put it back there. But yeah, there you're right. It's a little bit overcoming.
Yeah.
Like
That would
1,000.
be BTS's.
Right.
What does BTS stand for?
Bantan Songyandan.
Oh, well, there you go.
If you didn't know, he's big into Korean pop.
A big now again. Remember, this is between us, Grain Valley. Doesn't go out anywhere else. But my daughter is a big K-pop fan, so I've been to a few concerts.
Oh, nice.
But I see a lot of merch, so I feel like
Yeah, oh, yeah,
pinball is next.
Yeah. There you go. That's coming.
So the newest pinball, so there's obviously still creating new pinball machines today.
Oh yeah, I mean there's 3 or 4 major companies that are pretty much, but Stern, Jersey Jack are pretty much the main 2, and then there's a couple of them that are following suit. One's called Spooky. So Scooby Doo's coming out soon. So yeah,
Really?
Scooby Doo's gonna be a
nice.
good one. Yeah, Spooky came out with that same one that Halloween. So they redid Halloween not too long ago, and that was a good one.
Yeah, and so I know you kind of you don't just have it for them to come in and play. You also sell them, right?
Yeah, everything's for buy, sell, trade. I'm always trying to. Like I said, I don't really the money that I make on the hour. So it's basically $15 an hour, $20 to play all day. If you bring in your iron kettle, basically receipt, you get it for $10. So there you go.
Nice.
So that's always nice too. But yeah, they come down. People come in. It's always come back, have some beers, come back. So I think they think they're playing better maybe later or something
Absolutely.
like
It
that.
improves the concentration.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we always try to keep up on all the newest games.
So do you have people that are home collectors? That anytime you get something cool, you call them up?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that out there. Like I said, there's so many of them that are basically broken their basement that haven't worked for years, and those are really the ones I want to target because that's how I make the money is basically buying a machine, flipping it, stuff like that, trying to get a good, give them a good value for a trade one that's working versus one that's been, basically needs a little bit of TLC to get going because I know my limitations of tech. There's a lot of tech to those. You flip one of those things up and you see all the different wires. It's pretty.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
overwhelming.
it's.
Yeah.
I've seen the inside of a pinball machine. I was stuffed there once as a kid.
Just once? That surprises me.
Yeah, it was only once. And we got kicked out after that, or it might have been more than once. Actually, not down far from you, used to be an arcade.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. And so
Was that Nyla's Pizza or something?
it was before that, yeah. We've had, that I remember in my lifetime, 2 arcades in Grain Valley. One was at the corner where the Mexican restaurant is, and the other one is that other strip mall over there with the laundromat. The opposite end of the laundromat used to be an arcade and a pool hall too.
Oh, wow.
And so they used to have pool tournaments in there. I remember taking down my brother's gold necklace once and hawking it to enter the pool.
To get pool money?
to enter the pool tournament.
How did that work out?
I lost first round.
Okay.
I lost first round, then had to go get the money to hawk.
buy the-
Yeah. I got this gold necklace. Let me in.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have tournaments too. So like this first Thursday of every month we have a tournament, but like I said, the last one that we had, it's actually called pinball golf. So it's like you don't have to be awesome at pinball. So instead of like, getting high score, you go against 4 people and you might just need to knock down 4 targets or open up a multi-ball or something like that. So basically one of my the people that won that last one we did like that, he's not very good at all. And he
So
won,
you can change how the game is played within the pinball machine?
Oh yeah, actually there is a couple games like the Ghostbuster has a couple different modes that you can go in and set it to where you're at multi-ball and they're just coming. It's called God mode, and it's just like they're just coming at you.
That's when you
like,
bang.
yeah, it's just like So,
Who was the god in Ghostbusters?
what was the demon's name?
Are you a god? When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
I believe it was Gozer, wasn't it?
Gozer, that's
Gozer,
right.
that is right. There you
Yeah.
go. I could see I could see all that stuff, but
Are you the key master?
Rick Moranis. It was awesome.
gatekeeper.
So I think they're making yet another one of those. So
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I
After
mean,
the
I
last
think with the original cast, all but I think one of them passed away.
Egon.
Yeah,
Egon.
yeah.
Shemakis. That's
Right,
a
yeah.
sausage.
It was,
yeah, he's the one that's like basically the producer. Done a lot of
Yeah.
that. He did a lot of the stuff after Stripes. I just remember him big in Stripes.
Yeah,
that's one of those
he
big ones,
like directed or something, Caddyshack, and a
You're
bunch of
right.
different
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So yeah, God rest your soul, Egon. You were the glue that held everything together. I don't
right.
care what
See what
Bill
happens.
Murray says to you. All right, so I know you have more than pinball in there because I know my kids like going in there and they play pinball, but then they like going back in the back room where you have a couple kind of universal machines.
Yeah, as a multi-kid, pretty much has 3,000 games, anything from the 80s. So there you go. Everyone's like, they'll come in and it's like, man, you need more arcades. I'm like, this has 3,000. So, and it takes
much
up
more do you need?
this space. Yeah, versus, there we go. But then it's like, you other pretty much everything from the 80s, any of your classic Galaga.
I remember
300,000.
ESPN. I just saw that. That's the good thing about Facebook and that TikTok rabbit hole you can go down.
Oh yeah.
Brett Mitchell. I think his name was Mitchell something, but he was like the 1980s and 90s
Right.
arcade god or something, right? He was the first one to beat Pac-Man. It's like 275 levels.
I didn't know you could beat it. Yeah. There was an end?
Well, what he found out is there's not really an end. They ran out of memory. And so at screen like 274 or something like that, there's no more memory in there. So one side, the left half is the actual half of Pac-Man, and the other half is just code.
Like the Matrix, it's just falling through.
It's code. It's a random thing and stuff like that. And it was I'm like, man.
Yeah, what's he doing now? I mean, was he probably like designing, making millions? I mean,
Right,
those guys-
probably.
Either
I always
that
love that
or
movie.
He's hustling people at pinball arcades.
Right,
and
there you
stuff
go.
like that.
Yeah, we just played for $20 just for fun.
Exactly. God, they haven't made I guess they made what was it?
Pixels.
Pixels.
Oh, I was going to bring that up. Yeah, that's a great one.
That was a great one. I remember what was it? The Wizard.
Oh,
with,
wow.
With Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage, and that was a good
And
one
that
too.
kid walked around.
That was the first time I saw the Power Glove. It was in the
Power
little box.
Glove,
He took it
I
out. I was
know.
like, I want that.
Which sucked. The thing was horrible.
Right. It was worthless. Yeah, but it looked so cool.
Did you guys watch 8-Bit Christmas? That came out
Yes.
like last year. That was where the guy goes there and gets a glove, and he's like, gets a It's a good one, if you
No, I need to watch that one.
You should watch it.
There you
No.
go. Wait for Christmas.
I do.
It'll be here before you know.
I remember Nintendo came out with that little jump pad that you could like
Oh,
run your
yeah.
feet on, and then it came with the Olympic game or whatever, and you had to sit there and run on it. And you're like,
I think I would die right
this
now if I did
sucks.
it.
This is fun.
So then, like, you end up just getting down on the ground.
Yeah.
You sit in a chair on it, just run your feet. Oh my gosh, yeah.
The precursor to the Wii. That was when we
Yeah.
came with the idea.
The Wii, yeah, that's one of my
Definitely
that's one of my
precursor to the
speed
Wii.
right
Yes, Wii bowling. Yeah. So you just always been into pinball, huh?
I mean, like I said, COVID's what really kind of brought it back, and it just started with one, and then now, like I said, it's just 50 games later. It's just and they're good investments. I mean, honestly, that's why I tell people that buy them, and it's not just
That's what I tell my
sales
wife
pitch.
about everything I do. It's
Yeah.
a good investment.
It's a good
Hey,
investment,
This is a
yeah.
good business idea, sweetie. And she's like, yeah, okay. I'm going to start a podcast, all right? She's like, no one wants to listen to you. I said, well, will you? She said, maybe.
Yeah,
You said, well, there's one.
there's right.
No, she said maybe, so it's a half.
Oh, okay.
I count her as a half of
I
viewer.
think if your wife listens one week and mine listens the next, we can
They
call
can't.
that,
They
we can call that
cancel each
one.
other out.
Right.
They cancel each other out. Yes.
up, yeah.
That's why we brought you on. Was hopefully boost our numbers.
There we
right
go.
now we have those rookie numbers.
Right.
Okay.
We have those rookie numbers.
But
We
he
have
said
those
after this
numbers
one,
up.
There we go.
sky's the limit.
All right, man. I think triple digits are coming for sure.
So what hours are you open right now for Bill?
So pretty much Thursday we're open from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Friday and Saturday 2 to 10. But the thing that I'm really trying to push is you can come rent the whole place out. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, anytime within reason. From 10 o'clock to any 4-hour increments for $300. So and you can get up to 30 people. Bring your own drinks and food in there. So
And I know I did that. Was it last summer?
yeah.
Last summer for a party for my staff. So it was really cool, just bringing pizzas in, letting the staff. And you forget how fun pinball is until
It's
you're
been a
playing
long
it with
time
friends.
since I've
Yeah, and that's what I like to watch, people that actually get into groups of them and play one game at a time and kind of watch it. You actually can learn from the other people and get a little bit better at it too. So, but yeah, it's a little bit more of a
Man, I
otherwise
remember-
you're just kind of off doing your own thing.
I remember when pinball first came out for the computer.
Oh, yeah.
And you just were like S and whatever over there, and you just had those little flippers.
Right.
Man, that was
It came quite a
that and mini golf were just
Right.
awesome.
Yes.
We're just awesome.
Yeah.
So it's $15 to play for an hour, or
20
10
bucks.
or
15
$20
bucks
for
an
all
hour, 20 bucks all day. And like I said, if they get into theirs, there's people that's like, man, I only got an hour, and they'll come back and say, hey, here, can I give you another 5? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah,
You
and I
play
know
the
if
rest of
you
the day.
bring a receipt from Iron Kettle or any business around here,
Yeah, also Slingers kind of support any local business. That's always the key. So,
So if you wanted to, you could come here to Iron Kettle. You could get yourself some pretzel bites, maybe a drink.
Yeah.
You could head over.
Yeah.
Shoot some pinball.
come back.
Come back, get another
Have
drink.
another drink. It depends on how the game's going.
Right.
That's
Well, I
right.
feel like the game gets better every time. Another
That's
drink, the
right.
game gets
Exactly. They come back and then
Absolutely.
If not, they're just having more fun with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, thank you all very much
Thank
for
you.
coming out and speaking with us. Hopefully, you guys get a chance to check out Main Street Pinball if you haven't already. Sneak an Iron Kettle first, have yourself a beverage. And
There you go.
Ask Diego or any of those ladies for your receipt and go on down there, get half price. And I'm telling you, once you go down there, you're going to want to go back. It's definitely a lot of
very
fun.
nice.
I want to
Very
go.
fun.
I'm going down there.
There you go.
Yes, we're
And we
going
have-
down there right now. Matter of fact, right now.
Yep. And we have foosball too. So, hey, got to play some
Hey.
foosball. So.
Oh, hey,
I've learned
foosball.
don't play anybody born in the 70s or grew up in the 70s. Don't play anybody that did that. Those guys are like, I don't care who they are. They'll be,
At one time, I considered myself the foosball king, so we'll come see.
I believe it. Thank you guys. Thanks for
All
having
right,
me.
not a problem.
appreciate
Thank you all very much. For Matt, I'm Jason, and this is the Fence Post.
Bye.
The Fence Post.